and it's another day. That means there's another adventure here. So I'm gonna take you from downtown Chattanooga up and across Mount Eagle to hopefully Winchester. We'll see how long the battery lasts. Look at those beautiful trees in front of us. That's kind of cool. I don't know what they are, but there's a lot of them around here. So very cool looking. So again, I don't know how bad the traffic is neither. It is Tuesday morning, about 8:10. So we'll get going and we'll see how bad the traffic is. I'm suspecting probably not too bad. And then once we get on 24 West, we'll take that all the way up to Winchester, and we'll see what happens. Again, we'll climb Mount Eagle in the process of that. So obviously once you climb, you have to go off. So we'll climb and then decline on the other side. So but I figured I'd turn the camera on, take you guys for a journey again, and we'll see what it's like. So we'll go from there. It is March 7th too, so 2023. And it's about 61 degrees too. There's a lot of stuff that's starting to bloom because I'm starting to see the pollen all over vehicles again, especially my vehicle. Like there's pollen all over the hood. So and again, this is kind of the downtown area of Chattanooga, the south side of Chattanooga. We're on Martin Luther King Boulevard. So it's past rush hour. I'm suspecting the traffic should be fine. But as we're aware, once you turn the camera on, you never know what you get. So I guess we'll play that one by ear. right, we're off and running. Again, we're going on a 27 south here for about a mile. Actually, it's 9/10 of a mile. It's so about a mile. And then we'll be hitting 24 west. And then we're going to take that for about 45 miles, I think. And that big, huge rock you have in front of you right there, that is Lookout Mountain. Such a gorgeous mountain there. So I always look for that when I come into town. If I know that's there and I can see it, then I know it's going to be a good morning. So also, if you look right there, like about middle way of that mountain, I believe that's Ruby Falls right there that I'm seeing over there to the right. About middle way down of the mountain. I know it's kind of hard to actually explain it without pointing it out, but yesterday when I was coming over here, I saw that and I was like, oh, there's a possibility that that's Ruby Falls, and I'm almost determined that that still is Ruby Falls. So again, it'd be right there. That's Ruby Falls. So which is kind of interesting. I didn't know you could see that from down here. At least I'm pretty sure that is. I mean, it looks like it is from down here. I could be wrong, so I don't know. So, all right, so it's 52 miles that I'll be taking. So, and again, we'll end up crossing into the Central Time Zone. So right now it's currently 8:17. Once we cross, it'll be 7 something. So, yep, that is Ruby Falls. You can definitely see it from down here. That is so cool. Well, traffic is looking pretty good this morning. But I suspect on the way back into town, it's probably going to be a hot mess like it normally is when you come back into town. Last night it wasn't too bad, but I'm pretty sure I'll be arriving later tonight than I did last night. So I guess we'll play it by ear and go from there. Sign say up here? So 5 minutes to Tennessee-Georgia state line. So not bad. Not bad at all. Could be way worse. So I do believe yesterday that all on Highway 59, which goes towards Alabama, I thought I heard them say that on one of the electronic signs that all southbound lanes were closed, find an alternate route. It looked like they were doing a little bit of construction there, but I don't know if they had an accident or what. But, you know, who knows with the traffic down here. those pink flowers that are, or leaves or whatever that are, it's just, it really brings out the rest of the hill, considering that everything is starting to bloom again, but the pink stands out. That is so cool. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to do some research on it, or maybe somebody in the comment section can comment and say what it is, because again, I'm not 100% sure. Also, if you do like this content, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, so that way you can be notified when I upload again. And as you guys can see, I do upload quite frequently. And then leave a comment. Again, we've got some really cool plans for the future to go out and explore and bring it back to you guys being my audience. So I really do appreciate that. And with that, let's stay on the journey, and I'll see you guys at the end. I think right up here is where we hit Georgia, because there's a rest area right over to the left hand side there. Oh, maybe it's a little bit further up. For some reason I thought it was in this dip. Oh, there she is. There's the rest area for Tennessee, coming back into Tennessee from Georgia. So it's so weird how this highway, you're in Tennessee and then you cross into Georgia and then back into Tennessee. That was hard getting used to. However, it's normal now. But when we first came down here, it's like, did we just cross another state line? Like, but you're going around the mountains, so. And then up here on 24 West, you'll see a sign that'll say, "Welcome to Georgia." And then shortly thereafter, there'll be a sign that'll say, "You're now entering Central Standard Time Zone." There's the big blue sign for "Welcome to Georgia." Welcome to Georgia. As we get going around, I don't know if it's around this bend or one coming up, there'll be a sign over to the right hand side that will say, "You are now entering Central Standard Time Zone." I don't think I passed the sign yet, but I may have. In this area right here, I honestly have no idea what time zone. I would think I'm in Central Time Zone, but I don't know. And the phone, I'm guessing my phone could tell me, but I'm always leery about that. So, like, because that hour is makes such a difference. So 59 breaks off up here to the left. That'll go towards Alabama, but we're taking 24 west up over the mountain. What is that van doing? Yeah, I'm guessing I passed the Central Time Zone sign. I was hoping to get that on camera, but there's, like I said, we've already had past that, so. And then look, Tennessee welcomes you back. Oh, and there's a sign. So, enter in Central Time Zone. Even though I literally think that we were in Central Time Zone back there for a while already. I could be wrong, but I don't know. So, I don't know if that was a train or if that was a truck. I think it's a train. That's something weird down here too, like compared to up in Wisconsin where we're originally from. You don't hear many train horns. Down here, on the other hand, oh my God. Doesn't matter what time of the day. It could be midnight, it could be 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear them at all times of the day and night. And I guess that's to alert the people because, you know, I mean, I don't know if they have a whole lot of lighted crossings or something, but up in Wisconsin, like, as far as I know, like, unless it was in the country maybe, but I don't even know that. Like, I've, you know, very seldomly heard a train. You've seen them more than you heard, than you actually heard the train. Down here, you hear them and then you see them. So, just kind of an interesting perspective, considering, again, we're originally from Wisconsin, so. That train bridge there is so tall. But I'm guessing it has to be tall, considering you're going from one mountain to the other mountain. So cool. you guys have been loyal viewers from previous videos, you guys will know that coming up here, once we cross this bridge, well, in the process of crossing a bridge, again, we're going to be surrounded by water on both sides. There's a rest area right in the middle of, which is on an island, which is so cool. And you guys know that's like my favorite spot to stop at. However, today I don't really have a whole lot of time, so I'm not going to be able to stop at that rest area, even though I really like doing that, just because it's so beautiful, and knowing that you're on an island, that's another cool thing too, like how they built the highway over to the island and then made it a rest area, and then you shoot back across to stay on the highway once you clear the water. So very cool area. Like I said, I really like stopping there just to see the view and everything. The 24 East exit of the rest area is actually a lot more prettier. I mean, you have more views than the 24 West, because there's a bunch of trees that are blocking the view. But the 24 East, you have all the views you need over there of the mountains, and I believe it's Nickeljack Lake, or if I remember correctly. So yeah, definitely, if you're ever down here and you're going 24 East or West, that rest area is really cool that we just passed. So formations are just so awesome looking. And another crazy thing too, that the highway kind of divides a little bit here. There's a gas station sitting right here to the left, right in the middle. Like you got 24 West going this way, 24 East on the other side of the gas station, and the gas station sits in the median. That is kind of cool too. Like I said, when we first came down here, I was like, really? I mean, I wasn't expecting that. So very unique things. You know, and the placement of it is definitely unique too. So City. It's kind of cool. Anything this morning. Maybe if I was kind of running a little bit late this morning, so of course I tried to be earlier, but that didn't help. Just look at those mountains. So beautiful. Living. Suspecting they're talking about Jasper Highlands. Interesting thing about currently where we're going, once we get on the other side of Mount Eagle, or Montego, whatever it's called, because again I slaughter names and I apologize about that. Once we're off that mountain, for the most part it's flat all the way to Nashville. I mean, there's hills and stuff, but no mountains. Maybe off from the distance, at least that's what I recall seeing. And it's just so weird because it's all mountainous down here, but then as you go up that way, not so much around like the Nashville, Murfreesboro area, even though they do have spots up there that are, I would suspect, are pretty hilly and possibly mountainous, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm guessing that's because this is all part of the Cumberland Plateau that you're seeing here. So just kind of an interesting thought. I figured I'd share that with you. I haven't been up here probably in 2 months, I think now. Maybe since January. I don't think I've been up here since then. I know February I didn't come up here at all, so we'll get to see how far along they are on the construction that they're doing. cool looking at the top of that mountain right there and seeing how there's only a couple sporadic trees right there at the end. It's just so neat seeing that. I don't know if they're doing construction up there or if that's just the way they're growing or what. Right up here in the distance is where we start the climb up Mount Eagle. As you'll see, 24 East, they'll split the highway. 24 East will be on the left up here, and 24 West is going to go off to the right as we start to climb Mount Eagle. Little speedy semi up there is probably going to have his hazards on when he decides to go up over the mountain, and this semi is trying to get over right now too. Let me get by you before you decide to creep over. As you can see, those semis don't pay attention. They're not supposed to be using that left lane, but I just saw two of them up there in that left lane, I believe. And here we go to climb. Here starts the climb. Yeah, not paying attention. Not surprising though. Somebody took out some guardrail there. Holy cow. That's a huge chunk. I imagine they went off the side there. Look at that rock cliff there. So beautiful. That semi up there that's in this lane isn't supposed to be in this lane, but they don't pay attention. You see all the construction that they're doing. They're putting nets up and stuff to prevent the rock slides. Oh, look at that cool waterfall back there. I don't know if you were able to see that. That was kind of cool. So I'm going to get out of this lane because there's people that are probably trying to pass. And as you can see right here, to prevent the rock slide too, they're putting up a bunch of nets too. With concrete they had too a while back, so. On the highway. Only in Tennessee. And you can see that they've done stuff here too along here, where they tried to kind of blend it in. I wonder if they'll end up eventually putting that metal links over here too. The like net stuff that they're using. Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. That water's really coming off. Of course, there's a couple spots where it's actually just coming off. Look those semis. Well, they made it to the top. Now they got to go about 2 miles before they go off. And I wonder how many will be in the right lane with their hazards on. Alright guys, we're on top of Mount Eagle up here now. Now we got to go across for about, I think, 1.5 miles, 2 miles maybe. And then we'll descend down on the other side. Almost guaranteeing the semi. Never mind. I misspoke. I basically he beat me to it. The punch. I was gonna say I will guarantee he's not staying in this left lane. He's gonna cruise on over to the right lane because we'll be taking a descent down right up here where that big yellow. See how they're all moving over now. Right on this side of this bridge is where we start to descend. Down Mount Eagle, and now he's coming back over. Oh, that's because there's cars coming on. Steep mountain grade, next 4 miles. There's a sharp turn up here. I think it's like 40 miles an hour somewhere up here. That turn. "45 miles an hour. This semi is like all over the place. those pink bushes or trees right there. And that is how you drive Mount Eagle. Up, over, and down. Not too shabby. It never is unless it's really raining or traffic is rough, so. But I can't tell you how many times I've driven that mountain now. And it's like second nature. And this is my exit right here. Winchester. Okay, are they gonna let me go? Looks like they got a couple oversized load mobile homes sitting up here. Alright guys, so I want to thank you guys for coming along on a journey with me. Again, if you like this content, please subscribe so that way we can build this community up a little bit more and I can share this with more